When this whole experience with cancer started, we knew that it was going to be difficult. We had read about it, we had heard accounts of people going through it, and we knew it was going to be difficult. We didn't know how difficult, how really difficult, utterly, profoundly difficult this challenge would be.
That whole experience of being diagnosed with it's just so scary, and it shakes up your world so much.
My life during treatment prior to Harmony Hill was like living in a very dark gray cloud. There wasn't a whole lot of hope. I was very, very fearful. I didn't know much. I had to learn a lot very quickly. And I was not terribly optimistic, frankly.
We heard about Harmony Hill early on, really didn't know what to expect. You're in a room of people that all share the same concern, and it's very unusual. Usually you have to explain to somebody what it is to have cancer, what it is to care for somebody with cancer, and how it's difficult living with the uncertainty. But here we were in a room full of people, and they all had the same thing. It was really a relief to talk to these people.
Like, I came here just totally devastated from so many different things, and left just changed.
Part of the reason that I was so gripped with fear is I'm a single dad with an 11-year-old daughter. And something happened here at the retreats where I was willing to confront what was in front of me and still have life be joyful. And frankly, was given a renewed sort of strength that no matter what, I would live long enough to see my daughter married.
For me, the Harmony Hill experience was transformational in several ways. I mean, for one thing, it set us free to really be open and honest in a way that we hadn't quite managed by ourselves, but with the example and the guidance of some of the facilitators and the other couples, it became easier and easier. And we saw the responses to our honesty, and that encourages you. They were so positive, it encourages you to try again and do more. The piece that I found extremely helpful too was there were a lot of other caretakers there. It was one of the first places I've ever been where I could just cry all day and nobody said, "Are you okay?" It's like, they know you're not okay. That part was the baseline, and it was perfectly okay to not be okay. There was a community of grief and a community of hope, and those two things together, it was unparalleled. We've never seen that anywhere else.
This place absolutely gives you your life back. It absolutely gives you back the feeling of normalcy. Instead of feeling as if you're an odd person out because of the disease that you have and because of all the disease is minor compared to the treatment for the disease, which absolutely devastates you. I mean, it changes you and you feel as if you lose yourself. In a place like this reminds you of who you used to be before this disease came into your life.
And one of the things I love about Harmony Hill is they have these ongoing programs for people in process, people after the fact. At every stage of your cancer experience, there is a support group that will talk about how grief comes in and out of your life, washing like waves at any given time.
It inspires you, it gives you a great deal of hope and a great deal of courage to go on and meet this challenge, which is constantly changing. You know, you're doing fine, you're in remission, and then all of a sudden there's a problem and you're back in the tornado again. So a place like this just gives you the courage to go on.
Harmony Hill is an extraordinarily rare find in America. To have something that is so committed to your well-being in a time of turmoil and stress is an unbelievable gift. The most significant thing that I have to say about Harmony Hill is that while you're undergoing treatments for cancer, the last thing that seems like it's possible to do is to go on a retreat somewhere. It seems frivolous. It seems like, why would I waste my time doing that? And the truth of the matter is, it's an opportunity to transform your experience of the illness and to actually take charge of your treatments in a way that your existence while being treated is that you experience as being life-giving as opposed to life-draining.
And to top it all off, it's free. The cancer retreats are free. while you're going through cancer, the bills are beyond recognition. And I'd love to go to a retreat, or somebody would tell you, you got to go to a retreat, or something that costs money that isn't really there. And Harmony Hill's free, and that's a good, such an important and wonderful thing.
We got there, we were so well cared for. We had a beautiful room, clean sheets, 3 meals a day, being looked after minute by minute. And we came to the end of the program and all they said was goodbye. It was like, oh, wow. I was so cynical. I took our checkbook with me, so I knew they were going to ask for money, and they didn't. They even, there's a registration deposit, and they even called me up after the course and said, did I want my deposit back? You've got to be kidding. It's such a beautiful thing, and I think for us participants anyway, those of us that can do it, would like to pay for people to be there, on our dime.
I knew that I wanted to contribute to others who have a cancer diagnosis. And shortly after the retreat, I was invited by Gretchen to be on the Harmony Hill Fundraising Task Force, which is a task force that in large part came out in existence as a result of a challenge grant by the Gates Foundation. I currently participate on the task force in raising money from others so that we can continue to provide funds for Harmony Hill to offer its retreats to others.
When we went there, our life was about dying. We were focused on dying. When we came home, we were living with cancer, and our focus was on living. It made a big difference, and it still does.
There are 2 significant reasons to make a contribution to Harmony Hill. One of them is a direct result of the challenge grants by the Gates Foundation, but the other is the fact that these retreats are offered to others free of charge. One of the things that was so thrilling to me when I did the retreat was to actually find out at the end, they're not charging me for this. It was unbelievable to think that I could have that kind of experience and be cared for in that kind of a way without anybody wanting to charge me anything for it. If you're interested in making a contribution to Harmony Hill Retreat Center, first of all, I welcome it. Second of all you have to do is make a check made payable to the Harmony Hill Retreat Center and send it to the address on the screen.